van driver and a man seen running from the area. The next 10 minutes could be crucial to the inquiry. Unless a viewer can help now, the killer might not be caught until he strikes again.
What kind of monster lurks in the shadows of a quiet English lane, waiting to strike a 14-year-old girl on a routine dog walk? Why has a brutal killer slipped through the cracks for nearly 3 decades, leaving a family and a nation desperate for answers? On a chilling November evening, Kate Bushell's life was stolen in a savage act that defied reason, sparking one of Britain's most haunting unsolved mysteries. Join us as we unravel the clues, chase the elusive suspects, and explore the enduring pain of a case that refuses to rest. The innocent victim, Kate's life and final day. Catherine Helen Bushell, born September 11, 1983 in Nottingham, England, was a vibrant and caring 14-year-old who lived in Exwick, a quiet suburb of Exeter, Devon. Known simply as Kate, she stood out as a bright and responsible student at St. Thomas High School, now West Exeter School, where her kindness and easy smile left a lasting impression on both classmates and teachers. She lived happily with her parents, Jerry and Susan, and her older brother Tim in a close-knit community where neighbors looked out for one another. Kate found joy in life's simple pleasures, shopping trips with her mom, laughing with friends, and lending a hand whenever she could. She was especially thoughtful, volunteering to walk her neighbor's Jack Russell Terrier, Gemma, while they were away, a gesture that showed her generous nature. November 15th, 1997 began like any ordinary Saturday, full of warmth and routine. That afternoon, Kate and her mother enjoyed a cheerful shopping trip in Exeter city center, browsing through shops, chatting, and sharing moments of lighthearted fun. By 4:30 p.m., she was back home and preparing to take Gemma for her usual walk. She headed up Exwick Lane, a familiar rural path lined with hedgerows and fields, well trodden by local dog walkers. Dressed in her navy blue hooded top, blue jeans, and white trainers, Kate waved goodbye before setting off, expected back in less than an hour. Along the way, people noticed her. At 4:55 p.m., a father walking with his children passed her.
When we turn on the lane, it goes into a little bend.
A daughter driving down the lane recalled an unsettling moment. Kate looking directly at them with an intense, almost searching gaze, a detail that stood out as unusual. Shortly after, they saw a man loitering near a small blue van parked along the lane's southern side. As dusk settled over Exwick, Kate still hadn't returned. By 6 p.m., her parents' worry grew, and they set out along the lane to look for her. The evening stretched into dread, and at 7:30 p.m., Jerry made the discovery that would shatter their lives. Gemma tied to a fence, waiting patiently, and nearby in a field, just 300 yards from the safety of her home,
dead on the
Kate's lifeless
ground.
body. Her throat had been savagely cut, a shocking and senseless act that ended the life of a young girl who embodied innocence, kindness, and promise. The crime scene? A quiet path turned deadly. Exwick Lane, where Kate was murdered, is a narrow, secluded footpath bordered by fields and thick hedgerows, a peaceful shortcut known mostly to locals and dog walkers. The attack occurred on a small track branching off the lane, hidden from passing view and roughly 100 meters from where witnesses had earlier noticed the blue van. There, Kate was discovered lying face down, her throat cut with a 6-inch blade in what appeared to be a swift yet frenzied assault. Gemma, the terrier she had been walking, was found unharmed and still leashed nearby, evidence suggesting the killer acted with chilling speed before fleeing the scene. With no signs of sexual assault or robbery, detectives were left with the unsettling prospect of a motiveless crime. Bright orange
Discovered his
fibers
daughter
clinging to Kate's
lying
clothing
dead on the
and scattered
ground,
across nearby
just
vegetation
10 minutes
emerged
from
as
their
one of the
home,
most
and
important
to this
forensic
day,
clues, though the murder weapon itself was never recovered. The isolated nature of the track pointed to a perpetrator familiar with the area, likely someone local or a frequent visitor who understood the lane's quiet, rarely monitored character. The absence of defensive wounds indicated that Kate was caught completely off guard, possibly approached by someone she did not immediately perceive as a threat. A psychological profile later described the killer as likely between 18 and 35, with a possible history of prior convictions, potentially sexual in nature, along with deep-seated issues around relationships, pornography, or even animal cruelty. The fact that such a brutal crime unfolded just a few hundred yards from family homes left the community reeling, transforming what had once been a trusted and beloved footpath into a place marked by fear and lingering dread. The massive manhunt, suspects, and elusive leads. Devon and Cornwall police launched Operation Grenadine, one of their largest investigations, mobilizing over 160 detectives at its height. They carried out 5,000 house-to-house interviews and collected 5,000 DNA samples across Exwick and Exeter. The case gripped the nation, featured on Crime Watch with reconstructions and public appeals that kept the story alive. 3 suspicious figures soon emerged. A vagrant seen in the area since summer, described as 5 feet 10 inches to 6 feet tall, 30 to 40 years old with straggly hair and a checkered brown coat. A man spotted by a small blue van only 100 yards from the scene, and another man observed running away from the fields. None ever came forward, prompting police to suspect guilty knowledge. A neighbor also reported an orange or red tent pitched near the murder site the previous weekend, an unusual sight for November, hinting at a transient presence. By 1998, the investigation had already cost £1 million, generating 3,500 witness statements and 1,300 leads. Potential links to other cases, such as the 1998 murder of Julia Webb in Cheshire, were investigated but dismissed. Speculative ties to killers Philip Smith in 2001 and David Burgess in 2012 likewise produced no evidence. A 2014 forensic review revealed that key orange fibers had been contaminated with purple ones from a lab technician in 1999, a blunder that risked undermining any future prosecution, though some evidence remained viable. Appeals in 2017 and 2022 drew new tips, 204 calls in 2017 alone, but none broke the case. Detectives have long stressed the killer's likely local ties, given the obscure location, and continued to urge anyone still shielding the suspect to come forward. The enduring impact, a family's grief and legacy. Kate's murder devastated Exwick, eroding trust in a once safe community. Her family's pain endures. Tim speaks of daily heartache, imagining Kate's unfulfilled potential. Graduations, weddings, milestones missed. The case remains Devon and Cornwall's most high-profile unsolved murder, costing over £1 million by 2018. Media coverage persists, with Vanessa Brown's book Britain's 10 Most Wanted detailing it, and a £20,000 Crime Stoppers reward offered in 2022 for information leading to conviction. Advances in DNA technology fuel hope, with recent reports suggesting preserved evidence could yield breakthroughs. The Bushell's resolve drives advocacy for justice. Tim's pleas urge witnesses to break silence, emphasizing that loyalty to the guilty must end. Senior investigator Detective Inspector Rob Back vows the case isn't forgotten, believing someone holds the key. The orange fibers remain pivotal, with appeals for anyone recalling such clothing in 1997. As of 2025, the investigation persists, a testament to Kate's memory and a call for closure in a case that haunts Britain. This heartbreaking mystery shows how evil can strike anywhere, leaving scars that never heal. If you know anything, contact Devon and Cornwall Police or Crime Stoppers anonymously. The £20,000 reward awaits. Smash that like button if Kate's story touched you, subscribe for more true crime, and share your theories below. Who was the man by the blue van? Hit the bell for our next case.